Hello, everyone. Rough Rider Rick here. Just call me Rick. All right, so we're going to just going to have a general conversation with everybody, and hopefully people get it, right? Hopefully they understand it and they get it. And we have to talk about what's happening in the United States of America. Now, I'm going to first start off because people will probably form their own opinion on who I am and what party I'm affiliated with and because of what I'm going to say. But let me tell you something. Through my many years of voting, I voted for who I felt in any election and vote that I had cast. I picked the candidate that I felt after doing my research that was going to do the job the best for me and for the other people of this country. That's how I vote. Now, whether that's Democrat, Independent, or Republican, it's whoever's best at that time in that election. That's how I do it. So you can't say that I'm a Trump lover and I'm one sided. And the news I listen to is I listen to all the news. Okay. And the reason I do that is because you just can't listen to one, because if they're biased, then you're getting misinformation. You're only getting one side. How can you form educated opinion, guess, anything from just hearing one side of a story? You can't. It's not real. It's never gonna happen. So I listen to the far left. I listen to the right. I listen to Fox News, who I thought was really good until they just got busted for lying and had to pay a settlement to keep it out of court from having a court judgment against them. Either way, they got popped for lying. So who do you trust there, right? So, I mean, come on. CNBC, Rachel Maddow, Bill Maher, all those guys, man, it's all their opinion, right? It's who they want to spread their bullshit, right? Just like Hannity, Tucker, same thing, same thing. The Five, right? And Geraldo on the Five. Come on, buddy, you're an investigative reporter. You had the skinheads on. You exposed so many things, and you're going to let this administration do what they're doing, and you're going to back it. You're going to stand behind it, and you're going to try and defend it. Come on, really? That's not right, man. Where did you lose your way? Where did you lose your way? That's all I want to know. But listen, I don't put any of them down. I don't. They're out there trying to inform us. I mean, Fox News is trying to combat everything that everybody else says. You know, how the Bidens and this administration is great and how the rights nominees or anybody they want is bad, and Alvin Bragg going after Trump. It's clearly election interference. And I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are, period. Period. You know it. You know it. And if you don't, and you say you don't know it, or you say it's not true, then you're a liar. Okay, you're a liar. Okay, that's that's where it's at. So all the crimes that the Biden family has done, it's true. It's true. This isn't the first time that it's come out. Okay, I mean it's been over the years. All right, doing what they've done, the corruption, and this is my opinion. And what's best for the country at this point is this administration needs to step down on their own or face criminal charges. And when I say the administration, you know, Blinken, everybody that's involved, it goes so deep with, you know, all the cronies and Joe's buddies and everything. It runs deep. So with all them gone, I guess you would look to McCarthy to step in until the next general election. But this is how I see it going, just in a fantasy, right? That, you know, the Bidens are popped for the corruption, right? But I doubt, you know, all the mainstream media that's on the left will let that happen. They'll keep coming up with white noise and distractions. They'll toss another tranny on a picture of another beer can to go ahead and deflect the right attention off of them onto that. Because that's what they do, right? I mean, all this white noise, and just it's terrible. And we'll get to that. See, that's what I'm saying. There are just so many things that are going wrong that you can't turn a blind eye any longer. You can't. Because if you do, then that just means you're just as corrupt as they are. The Democratic Party is not running this country the way it should be. Okay. That's the majority rules. The Democratic Party, they are running it into the ground. And that's a true fact. And it's not based on Fox News. It's not based on Trump telling me. It's not based on Tucker. It's not based on Fox. Like I said, it's based on me forming my own opinion by gathering all the information that I can that's out there, reviewing it, fact checking it, and then going, yep, this is what's going on. So please don't judge me or stereotype me into anything that I'm not. This is finally a true podcast and video to where I'm not screaming, yelling, or just giving not misinformation, but just what I feel from the heart because I'm upset at the time. This has been thought through. And here's my plan. So if I were elected president, which I looked into to see how I got to get on the ballot, and it's not that hard. So let's just start with this. It said that I can feel it out before I actually want to do it and see how I would fare. So my thing would be is if I were president, I'd bring all the Democrat senators, all the Republican, the House, Senate, everybody. I'd bring them all in Congress and I'd sit down and say, okay, here's the plan. Here's the schedule. And we're going to attack foreign policy, infrastructure, schools, so on and so forth, all the way down the line. Everybody knows what they are. I don't have to name them all. And we're going to set up committees and we're going to throw out every which way we've been doing it to this point today. And we're going to come up with a new plan. And that is we're going to actually talk things through, compromise, and come up with a settlement that's not best for the party. That's not best for you. That's not best for Congress. It's best for the American people. And you're going to tell me if you can do that. We're going to do a roll call and we're going to go, can you do that? Yes or no? And if it's no, great. We just part ways. And we're going to get somebody in your spot that's going to do that. And you will lose your pension, your pay, your insurances because you lost your job. And it was because of your choice to not be a true politician for the people, but for yourself. So if you can't do that any longer, then we're going to part ways. I'm not going to be mad at you. We're just going to part ways. We're going to get somebody in there that's going to want to be a part of the solution instead of a part of the problem. That's what we have right now. Everybody wants to be a part of the problem and tell you who's to blame for it and why they're to blame for it and that they're going to fix it, but yet they don't tell you how they're going to fix it because they're not going to fix it. They just want to use it to scare you to gain your vote. That's the game they play. All right. So that's number one. So now we get into these subcommittees and we're handling foreign policy. We're handling schools. We're handling roads. We're handling homelessness. We're handling the bank issues. We're fixing everything. Inflation, right? The border. Come on, people. Really? Seriously, when has the United States of America ever been in this kind of financial shape? Border, the illegals coming in. That's right. I said it, illegals. They're illegal. There's nothing legal about it. Okay. There's no law that could be passed that makes them legal, that gives them, health insurance, money, and everything. That's crazy. while we have American people that are being taxed that don't even get that kind of help. So that's BS, okay? And we'll get to that. We'll get to all that. So once we get these committees set up and we get these agendas in there and we're talking about the solutions, right? Then each committee comes together and we put it on the table and everybody votes now, right? The committee then, gets up and says, hey, man, this is what we need to do with foreign policy. This is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to handle it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way down the line. And it gets voted on by everybody now, not just the committee. Everybody votes on it to put it into play or revise it. Each committee goes through that. Once we have that done in place, right, then we actually go to the states, right, and we help them with their issues, like California. Newsom, man, you're on the wrong side of the tracks, buddy. You got mass exodus happening in there. You're putting together some pretty funky laws, and you're going to try and make initiatives that happen for the whole country. It's not going to go down that way, buddy. You need help. Okay. You go out on the road with your failing state and try and hammer Ron DeSantis. I don't know what that's about. DeSantis isn't even running for president. He hasn't even thrown his name in the ring or anything. And everybody's attacking him. Why is that? Why is that? Why do you go after somebody that's not even a candidate yet? It's because you're scared of them, right? Ron DeSantis, hear me. They're scared of you, buddy. They're scared of you. They're trying to use this Disney against you. That's because they're scared. That's because they didn't have the backbone, right? I'm going to try and keep this clean. I know I've already said a couple cuss words and I apologize. They're worried about you, buddy. They really are. Because they know that they're not going to be able to push you around, man. If you get there. Well, I shouldn't say if you get there. You will be there. Now whether it's now or later, but you will be there. I have no doubt about that. Okay? So I'm just saying, Ron, they're scared of you, pal. And Newsom, it's showing, man. You know what you look like when you go on TV and everything and you're hammering Ron? It looks like you got a big pee stain down around your legs. And it's not because you have anything big down there. You just peed a lot, right? That's what you look like to the American people because you're scared. Everybody's, even Trump's scared of them. I'm sorry, Don, right? Don, I love you. You were a great president. You had your time. It didn't work out for you, whether it was wrong or right. It didn't work out for you. And it's great that you're the man that's stopping everything from happening, man. But trust me, look at what the hell it's causing to this country because everybody hates you so much. I don't hate you, Don. I don't hate you at all, buddy. I really don't. I think you were right there with Reagan. Clinton was a great president. Kennedy was a great president before my time, though. And those are Democrats. See, I am able to compliment Democrats and Republicans, but Democrats can't do that. It's all about them one way. And I hate to use this word, I did hear it, establishment, right? The easiest way to say it is going to be the haves and the have-nots. That's what they're pushing for. But we're not going to allow it. We're going to fix things. We're going to right the ship. We're going to turn it around. And we're going to do it properly. And we're not going to hate the candidate and then fight them the whole time. Because, I mean, we've already been through that now. What, 6, 7 years now? 8 years? Going on 8 years? We just been a bunch of freaking idiots, man. God, seriously. Okay? Seriously. So let's move on. We've made the point. what we're going to fix next is all the people in this country. And there's no easy way to say it because there'll be somebody that'll listen to this podcast. I only have 40 listeners, and we get about 150 downloads per show right away, and then over time that it's up there, we get to the 300-400 listens. And I don't do the analytics to see how long people listen, but I'm sure I'm going to offend somebody. But if you're black and you're looking for reparations, man, that's wrong. That's wrong. That happened so many years ago. It's over with. It's in the past. It has nothing to do with you. All right. If you're not a millionaire and you're crying and you want to get it for free because you don't want to work, that's your problem, man. That's your problem. Don't make your problem our problem. As president, that plan is going to be wiped out. There's no reparations for the black community. There's not. What happened to your ancestors was a travesty, and it happened so long ago. Attila the Hun killed a ton of people. Hitler, name it, man. There's travesty in this country, in this world. It happened in other worlds. It's happening right now in Africa. With the kids, mining the shit for China. There's another cuss word. I'm sorry. For China, for the electric batteries, right? Seriously, man, it's happening right now. Nobody's talking about that. You got a person in America who's crying because they're black going, my daddy, my granddaddy, my great granddaddy. Oh, no, no, no. Wait, it's not that. It's so many generations ago. So many generations ago. You don't even know if it was your family or not. And you're seeking to get money for nothing, right? Not going to happen. Cancel, right? You want to start canceling things? Boom, cancel. And let's move over to this LBGT community and pushing that agenda. Oh my God, how messed up is that? Really, seriously, with the sports, and it's got to stop, people. It has to stop. That is so ridiculous. Really, come on, people. Just take a step back and just think about it, right? In your own head, your own heart, no matter who you are. Think about it and then just chuckle and go, really? Seriously, it's okay for a guy to compete against a girl in her sport and win and have it cost money, have it cost scholarship, have it cost so many things to that woman who's fought so hard to get to where they are now. And then a guy screws it up again, right? Because a guy can't compete against guys and win because I can't say it. They're an inferior man, right? Okay. So really let's stop that action too, right there and then. Let's get back to the way it was years ago where that is private, right? You know, what you do behind closed doors is behind closed doors, right? So that stays there. Now, if you're a guy and you want to be a girl and dress up like a girl, then you better own it, right? Own it and not be a martyr and think that somebody owes you something because, that's the way you want to be, right? Again, here you are, you want something for free. Let's stop it. You own it. You go out and you get a job. And if people make fun of you, you fucking have thick skin. See, I said the F word. I'm sorry. You have thick skin and you own it and go like, yep, I'm doing this to myself. I'm the one that's being ridiculous, being a man and trying to be a girl. Now, don't get me wrong. Please do not get me wrong. There are males that want to transition into being a female because that's who they are. But they own it. They're not drama queens and they try and be a beautiful person in appearance and then with their personality, right? Why can't you be like them? Right? That's the way, if it's going to be done, it should be done in a professional way that doesn't draw attention, and they live and own who they are. And since they are beautiful on the inside and outside, people don't trash them because there's no reason to, right? They treat them with the respect that they owe out, that they protrude, right? People respond to that. And when you're an idiot, people respond that way to you. So if you want to be that way, right? If you feel that's how you have to be, then you should be that way. Beautiful on the inside and outside, and exude that. That's the word I was looking for. So that way people want to treat you right. Don't be a drama queen. Now, let's move on to the school systems, right? Man, these school systems have to get better in protecting the kids. And I think if there are some easier times out there, right? Uh, you know, the country's not at edge with, all the BS going on. I'm this, I'm that, I'm owed this, you owe me that, you're racist, this, that's racist, you can't use this word anymore. We're canceling that out. You're not allowed to use that word anymore. You know, that's what's causing all these problems. Now, if we can get all these things fixed, we can get back to everybody. I'm not going to say living in harmony and there's no crime. There's still going to be crime because there are going to be people out there that just have some mental electronic confusion in their brain and they can't make the right choice. So we got to face it that that's going to happen. But if we can ease everything else, then times will be better. Okay. And all these mass gatherings and lootings and, protests, and how, the left side is like, let's pick on Chicago and all those kids rioting, and the new mayor who's African American, who's a Democrat, who's a not so smart guy, goes, "Oh, it's just kids. They got to let out some steam, man. We got to give them their space." They're destroying things. They're stealing things. See, that's your mentality. And why is that your mentality, Mr. Mayor? Because that's your heritage, right? That's what you believe in. You believe that that's okay to do. You believe that it's okay to go and destroy other people's property and steal. How you got elected with that mentality, I don't know, but you did. So those are things we're going to fix. There's going to be no more mentality like that because I'm going to come in and I'm going to fire you because I'm the commander in chief and I am the president of the United States. And you are a state in the United States. So if you're not running that state right, you got businesses that are leaving, shutting down. You got people that are leaving. And you think it's okay. Yeah, it's not. It's not okay. Man, see, those are the values that we got to get away from. It's not going to work anymore, people. It's not going to work. So then we get into, after that, we get into individuals, right? We will have programs for people that need it, right? We are going to be here for our citizens of the United States of America, right? Because that person that may need help, even though they may not have paid taxes or worked, right? Their parents have, their brothers have, their sisters have. Their parents have served in the military. Not all of them, you know what I mean. Their brothers and sisters have. So we need to be there for them. So we will have programs that will be set up that will help our citizens that need help. We will not turn our backs. Okay. We will, like I said, there will be, um, committees on the government level at the beginning for homelessness, uh, kids starving, after school programs, summer programs, camps, things like that. Instead of financing a war for the Ukraine president Zelensky and giving him billions and billions of dollars, instead of Obama giving pallets of billions of dollars to the Iranians and then them shitting all over. Oh, there's another cuss word. And then them doing what they're doing to us today, right? Yeah, those things got to stop. If we take all that money and keep it here within our country, those are all the things and everything that we can fix. That's what I'm talking about. So I just think at this point, okay, that we should start really taking a serious look at right now who is running our country, who is calling the shots, and is that the best, or do we need to fix it? And I think we need to fix it. I really do. And we need some serious people that are going to fix it. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand what's happening and what needs to be fixed. So, this is Rick. If you like it, subscribe, tell us, leave feedback, leave reviews. We're everywhere. We're Spotify. We're on the Apple Podcast, Amazon. We're everywhere, just like the big boys, even though we're little. I didn't have Blue Collar Vinny on because I didn't want to have technical difficulties and us not be able to get this message out, but he feels the same way. And I really honestly think that if we can get someone into that office that cares about America and its citizenship, we can get it back on track. We can. So, with that being said, I think this is a good point to stop, say goodbye. I enjoyed it and hope you subscribe, listen, share it, tell people about it, get it out there for me. Thank you.